Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to another edition of Plant Room. My name is Husta, for those of you that don't know me, and for those of you that have come back to watch me again, thank you. First of all, we're gonna have a chat. So break out your favorite. I have a little bit of wine in here. Pick your poison, and let's talk a little bit. So in today's episode, I'm going to talk about some of the things that I like and dislike as far as my plant babies go. So I guess I'll start with the love-hate relationship, since it's right up front. It's this stuff. I'm sure you can see it through the plastic. I'm not taking it out because I don't feel like smelling fish. But this fish fertilizer, this is a love-hate relationship for me. The plants seem to love it, especially the ones that are in the pot, not on the pole. But oh my God, does it smell. It smells. I don't care what nobody says. It really smells. I tend not to use this in the wintertime because there's not very much airflow except the recirculated heat. But in the summer, I do water with this. And as you can see, I keep it in the Ziploc because I feel like I can smell it. It's probably my imagination that gets stuck in my nose. But yeah, it needs to stay locked up. But I will say this. The plants really do like it. So try it at your own risk. A fertilizer that I do like is Foliage Pro or Dynagrow. Those two to me are really good, especially with the plants that are on poles. They seem to benefit from it. They seem to thrive. They're growing quicker. The leaves are bigger. And my Hoyas like that too. But moving right along to the next thing. Coco brick. It's like cocoa peat instead of peat moss. And I don't know about you, but I got tired of fungus gnats. And based on what I've read, they like to be in the soil. Since this is really not soil, they don't seem to populate. Now, granted, I see the occasional gnat here and there. I'm not gnat free, but I don't have an infestation. I mean, knock on wood, you put that out into the universe and it happens. But yeah, I really do like this. And this yields So I take those big Home Depot buckets, I put 2 of these bricks in there and I add water slowly and it starts to expand and it turns into like this rich compost. And it's great. It goes a lot further than just buying the bags of dirt. And the plants seem to, obviously I don't use it straight up like this, even for like my most sensitive plants or the plants that like to dry out quickly. I'll mix, at the very least, some worm casting and perlite for added drainage. But this is the base of whatever mix I'm using. And I swear by it. I love it. It helps reduce that population of fungus gnats. All right, moving right along. So, talking about soil amendments and additions. I like to use Coco Husk. And I buy this in let me put it like this so you can see. I buy this in, it comes in this like compressed brick. And I literally have to take like a screwdriver or something to separate a little bit of it because obviously I don't want to do the whole brick. I only use this a little bit at a time. But this is one of the amendments I was talking about. And what I like about this one is that you don't have to worry about rinsing out that salt water that they talk about. If you're like me and you look online and you research here and there, you'll see they say you have to do this thing and get rid of the salt water or the salt that's contained within the cocoa chips. With this one, I find that I can soak it so it expands and then rinse it a couple of times and I'm good. And I use this as an amendment to the soil base that I just showed you. And it seems to work out real well. Obviously, you want to not put a ton of this in there. mix it in as it feels good to you, then that's probably enough of it. But yeah, this is one of the things that I do like. So, sphagnum moss. And I don't have any right now. But when I first started out, I would go to Home Depot and I would buy this sphagnum moss that comes in a bag. And I'll post a picture over here so you can see it. But, and the first poles that I did are in that sphagnum moss. I was just starting out, so I didn't know no better. And it said long fiber, and, you know, I just took it for what it was. But one day I went and they didn't have it, and I bought Orchid's Best. Oh my God, night and day. Orchid's Best is more absorbent. It handles the water better. That hydrophobic thing that moss goes through, even when my poles dry out just a little bit, the poles that have the Orchid's Best moss in it, night and day from the one that I started out with. So I say all that to say, you get what you pay for. I recently saw this brand on Amazon that I really want to try. And as soon as I get it, I'll give you guys the heads up, because it's a larger amount, better price, especially if you have a lot of poles and you're constantly extending. Yeah, I'm going to get that because I need to make it go further. Orchid's Best comes in a small thing. And while I can get maybe 2 poles out of it, that's not enough considering the volume of plants that I have. So that's a tidbit. Let's see. Let's talk about everybody's pet peeve. Every time I go online, I see people hating on Miracle-Gro. And for good reason. I have a love-hate relationship with Miracle-Gro. I don't like their potting soil. I feel like that it's unfortunate, but there's been several occasions. I usually buy it for my outdoor plants, but I have found on several occasions when I open the bag, it already has bugs. And yeah, can't do it. But I will say this. I do like, so it's not all bad for Miracle-Gro. I do like this potting mix. So I don't plant straight up in this, but I do like the fact that it has some additives in it. So I'll take this and mix a little bit of this with my base. And because I'm not using it straight up, I don't find that I'm having gnat infestations. So I'll give them credit. I like this, but I don't like it straight. I like to mix this with the cocoa peat, the husk, the warm castings, the perlite. I use rice hull. I think I said charcoal already. Yeah. And it's okay. So I'll give them credit on this bit. This one's not too bad. But the regular potting soil mix, only for my outdoor plants. My experience with that when I first started was gnats. And it got so bad that my husband looked at me and said, you need to do something about these gnats. So little by little, slowly but surely, I tried a bunch of things. I did the sand on top. I tried the cinnamon. I tried the peroxide. I did the mosquito dunks. I do like the systemic granules. That works really well. Sometimes I'll take that, and for the new plants that come to the house, I'll take a little bit of that soil mix, and I'll add a little bit of systematic granules to it when I'm repotting it, and that seems to work really well. But yeah, for me, my gnat problem seemed to dissipate quickly switching out from just soil-based to a coconut peat-based potting mix. Let's see. What else do I have for you guys? I had a little list here. Let's see. Oh, the orchid bark. So I have orchids, and I do like to add a little bit of orchid bark to my mix. But I found, and here I go again, ragging on Miracle-Gro. For one, their orchid bark mix is really big. And unfortunately, I have found gnats in that as well. So I tend to go with either Orchid's Best. I like theirs because it already comes mixed with some perlite and some other additives. Charcoal, you know, theirs is better quality. The only thing I don't like about them is that the pieces of bark are still a little big. So I find myself breaking some of those down into smaller pieces just so that it'll mix better with my mix. But yeah, if you use a different type of orchid bark, let me know because I've been looking for one that's affordable but a smaller size, and I'm just not finding what I'm looking for. So let me know if you use something. I'd be curious to see what you're using, and maybe that'll be a good mix or a good brand for me as well. Um, Gosh, I must have talked real fast because I think I went through everything that I had for y'all today. Don't forget, take a little sip. Anyway, all fun aside, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you'll like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. And also, we're trying to grow the community. I know there's a bunch of planty people out there like me that probably started out with one or two and now has a blown out collection. Gosh, I would love you guys to like and subscribe. Help us grow. Well, it was good seeing y'all again. I hope you enjoyed this content. Let me know. Talk to you soon. Bye.